Now, Donald Trump and Republicans are going to be trying to spin this as a major win for them, but it is not the win they are going to want you to believe it is. Now, what am I talking about? Well, today, a federal judge in Pennsylvania ruled that the Trump administration can continue to use the Alien Enemies Act to deport immigrants. And the Alien Enemies Act is this nearly 2 centuries old law, or maybe slightly over 2 centuries old law, that was put into effect during the John Adams administration, I believe, to allow during times of invasion the rounding up and deportation of immigrants and things like that. Now, Donald Trump has been trying to frame all of the migrants coming across the border, all of the immigration crisis that they seem to think is there, as an invasion. Remember that at one point they had an immigration deal ready to go through Congress, and Joe Biden was going to sign this immigration package that would have strengthened the southern border and done a lot of the things Republicans want to do, that they still have not passed anything on through Congress. And Donald Trump, for his part, had ended that bill. He told them to kill it. The Republicans voted against it. And of course, now Republican voters will make any excuse as to why Donald Trump voted against that bill. But anyway, they want to frame this whole idea as an invasion. Well, this Judge Stephanie Haynes in Pennsylvania, has ruled the Trump administration can use the Alien Enemies Act to deport immigrants. However, it is not the win they think it is, because in her ruling she specifically called out that the Trump administration must give the immigrants due process and notice, much more than they are currently getting. Now, currently, what a lot of these immigrants are facing is they get rounded up. They get 24 hours notice max, typically, before being chucked onto a plane and sent back to their home country, or in some cases to El Salvador, or maybe other countries that the Trump administration is trying to work with to have them house these immigrants. What her ruling says is that they must be given written notice in a language they understand, so that they can understand it and they have a chance to contest it, and that they must have 21 days to get due process and appear before a judge and contest whether or not they can be or need to be removed from this country. Now, that should settle a lot of the due process questions about this. However, we will see if the Trump administration actually follows through with it. Ultimately, this is going to end up before the Supreme Court, because we've got different rulings from different judges. But even this judge, who is saying he can proceed, is saying that the immigrants must get the proper due process.